What's up everybody, Brody here with Sew Yeah Quilting. Today in this tutorial we are taking it back to the basics with this beautiful puff quilt. Now I know you guys have seen our previous puff quilt video, and this is like the new and improved version of a better technique how to do it, as well as just getting you the perfect fluffy quilt for the holidays. Let's get started. Now with your puff quilt, there are a couple different variations that you can do, and it's 100% up to you. Today I'm using flannel pre-cut 5-inch squares. You can do batik, you could do it in flannel like I said, you could do it in quilting cotton. It's 100% up to you what material you use as well as the sizing. Now I'm doing 5-inch, which is going to turn out small little puffs like this. You can do jumbo size where you're using a 10-inch square, you can cut 8-inch squares, whatever you want. The principle is going to be the same all the way across the board. But we're going to start out and we have our squares here, and basically we're going to line up what's going to be basically a quilt top before we worry about any of the puff that's going into this. So I'm gonna just get out my squares here, and I'm going to lay out what I want my quilt to look like. And obviously I don't want 2 of the same squares together, or 3 of the same squares together. Lay out your quilt top kind of how you want it to look, and then we're just gonna start basically chain piecing, chain sewing to get our first step of this quilt done. So I'm gonna finish laying out, and then we're gonna start sewing. So now that I have a couple of blocks laid out here for my quilt, what I'm going to do is you're basically just going to start chain piecing them. So right sides together, and we're going to give ourselves, by the time we're done, a quilt top like this that is puffless, okay? There's no puff, it's just sewn together like a normal quilt top would be, okay? So we're going to start sewing that. That's the first step of our process here. So first one, and this is kind of the monotonous part, but so I'm gonna speed up what's going on here. I'm just gonna keep sewing until I have a little square to show you guys what's going on. Okay, so I've just finished my last one here. Okay, so this is the idea behind what we're doing. We're not worrying about the puff, we're just getting this right here. Now, I'm gonna make this into a pillow to go along with my little quilt here. So I'm gonna show you the smaller version of what we're doing back here. I'm gonna press it so it's all the way pressed and good. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to put pleats in each one of these little puffs, okay? We're gonna pleat it both directions, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in just 1 second. We're gonna go ahead and press. All right, so now that I have this pressed, what I'm going to do is we're going to pleat both directions. Now, you're going to pleat every single square. That way each one has its puff value here. So we're gonna do it both directions. I'm gonna show you how to do that a really easy way. So first of all, get out your Wonder Clips, okay? I don't know how people live without these, but if you do, it's time to get some, sewyeahquilting.com, okay? What you're going to do is you're gonna look at the centers of your squares here. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the center of the square, and you can eyeball it, doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to measure every single one of these. There's the center across the whole bit, and we are going to kind of just pinch right here, which is the center of this block, okay? So we're gonna pinch this right here. I'm gonna fold it like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to just add a Wonder Clip right there where I know that's where my pleat's going to be. I'm going to do the same thing in the center of the next one. And guys, any pleating method that you have, go for it. It doesn't have, there's no really secret to pleating. Whatever works best for you, do it that way, okay? Okay, I've got all the centers here done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the edges now, and you will see that they kind of just naturally go into that pleat now that the centers are done. And you're just barely wanting to just nip the 2 pieces together here. All right, everything is pinned for this little block right here, or clipped I should say. This needs to be run through the sewing machine, and we need to make sure that we run them all through the same direction. I don't want pleats going every which way, okay? In doing the pleats, you can see there's little pleats on here. In doing the pleats, that gives us that space to be able to have the puff, okay? It makes the puff happen. So we want them all the same direction. That way, when you look at a quilt aesthetically, this one looks good. You can see the puff, but your eye doesn't catch that there's pleats going different directions, okay? We're gonna take this now, and we're gonna run it through the sewing machine. We're gonna go line by line, just like this. And when I get up to my little clip here, I'm just going to take the clip off, sew the pleat, and then cut the thread and move on. We wanna make sure that pleat is small, okay? We don't want it to be a 3/4 inch big old pleat on here. So I'm gonna get the pleat, I'm gonna set it under the machine right here, I'm going to sew. Because I'm only sewing just the pleat now, I'm gonna give it a little back stitch. Done. So pleat's done, going to the next one. Back stitch a little bit. done. And I'm going to continue that process over and over again throughout this block. Once I finish doing the pleats this direction, I'm going to turn it the other direction. I'm going to do the exact same process and pleat the other direction going the other way. So we'll have pleats going like this, then we're going to turn it, do the exact same thing, pinch it here, 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 pleats going the other direction, sew it, okay? Okay, so my pleating is done, and as you can see right here, it's already giving it that little bit of a puff effect, even without the fiber fill stuffing inside of it, okay? What we need to do is we need to get it ready for stuffing. So what I'm gonna do is we're basically going to do like a flip and sew method here. So I've got what's going to be my backing, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to put these right sides together, and I'm going to sew obviously I'm gonna cut this down a little bit, but I'm gonna sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way around here. And then I'm going to leave myself an opening about 6 inches to be able to flip this inside out. Now, if you're doing something this large, you're going to need a bigger hole to get everything stuffed through. Some of you guys that make bags are like magicians at doing this. So whatever size hole you need, you're gonna be able to just top stitch that when you're done, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to get this, I'm going to cut this piece down, I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch all the way around and leave myself a hole to be able to flip. All right, so backing is done. This is what it's gonna look like at this point, okay? You're gonna have your top hole here open, and your backing, again, is going to be the right direction, okay? You wanna make sure that you didn't put that where you have the wrong side of the fabric on the outside, okay? That's how it's gonna look like when it's finished. So, at this point, you also...
Sorry.
Dude, could you make more noise?
We're done. Close this whole thing up.
Okay. Okay, so at this point now, what you're going to do, we have our hole here on the top. You're going to just do a top stitch around to double check and make sure that things are all secured, because you're going to be putting pressure in there once you start stuffing each one of these little puffs here. So now I'm going to top stitch real quick, and then we're going to be ready for the stuffing part. Okay, so our top stitch is done, and now we start the fun part. At this point, you should look like you have just a really floppy quilt, okay? Obviously, this is the small version here, but if you had this larger one, it's gonna be like, wait a second, something looks wrong with my quilt. It's not, okay? This is where the fun part starts. This is what's different between this tutorial and any other tutorials, is most other tutorials, you're going to make each one of these puffs individually. There's 2 problems with that. 1, it takes forever. 2, it takes forever, okay? Instead of that, what we're going to do is we are going to fill all of these kind of at the same time. Now, don't think of it in the way that we're just gonna stuff this whole thing full of fabric fill and we're gonna sew. That's not what we're gonna do. What we're going to do is we're gonna go row by row, okay? So what I'm gonna do now on this one right here is I'm gonna sew up 2 squares on my little pillow that I'm doing here, okay? At this point, you're gonna wanna have thread that's going to match the top color here, and you're going to sew on the center of each one of these little squares, okay? You're only doing this one direction, okay? Because I need to be able to get my hand in here and I need to be able to stuff stuffing down into here. So if you did it this way, you're gonna lose that ability, obviously, okay? I'm gonna sew these right here, and I'm going to give us basically little chutes that we're gonna start putting fiber fill into. So as you're sewing these lines, you just wanna make sure that your backing is flat and it's not like wrinkled or anything like that, okay? So kind of with your left hand, kind of keep it smooth out at the bottom. Okay, I've got my lines sewn here. Now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start stuffing. So what you need to do is you need to get your polyfill. Now as you can see, that right there is a ½ pound bag of fiber fill, okay? So I'm gonna get about how much I think is going to be in one of these puffs, and I'm gonna stick it down in here. We are going to get it down into the first puff, like this. So if I sewed this down right here, which is what I'm going to do, you can see that that's a pretty good puff right there, okay? So that's how I want it. Now I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna get about how much I think is gonna go in there. You have to work out and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do my first row here, and then from there, I'm gonna double check and make sure that has the right amount of puff is in each one, okay? So I've got the stuffing in each one of these, and now I'm gonna just double check and make sure everything's exactly how I want it, and we're going to sew right along this seam, kind of stitch in the ditch to close off these puffs. You have your backing on the back here, so make sure that you're just being careful that it doesn't end up getting like tucked underneath, okay? Puff 1's done, going to puff 2. Puff 3's done. And, okay, puffy and perfect, okay? So now, we're gonna do the exact same thing, we're gonna repeat that process. Okay, I'm on to my next row, I've finished filling. I'm double checking, and I'm kind of feeling they're all kind of even. I get to this one, and it's loose. It's almost like when you're doing a binding, you feel like your binding's a little loose, like you didn't pull it over all the way. That's what it feels like on this one, so I didn't get enough stuffing in there. Okay, now they're equally puffed. So I'm gonna take it over to the sewing machine. If you remember, I only sewed 2 squares worth of lines. So now what I need to do is I need to bring it over to my machine. I need to sew myself 2 more sets of lines, or another set of lines through the 2 squares so I can keep stuffing, okay? There's the first one. Bring it over here to the next one. The only part that this gets difficult on, when you have your flip portion here that's open and you're sewing up lines, you kind of have to then reach in and around to get around these corners here, but work it out. You kind of just stuff it in there, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna repeat the process that we just did. Get about how much, you gotta fluff it first, don't forget the fluffing, okay? Got grandkids around, kids around, this is a great job for the kids. And you're going to stuff. So as I said, you see how we're kind of on this corner part, it's a little difficult to get it in there. Just get it in the first puff first, and then we're gonna work it down into the next one. All right, got it back under the needle, and we're gonna do our second to last row here. All right, we are to our last row here. You can see they're all perfectly portioned here, exactly how we want them. We're gonna jump into our last row. Now this one's just a tiny bit different because obviously it's gonna be coming out as you're trying to finish up here. So I'm gonna start with the edges. We have to top stitch our seam. So you can do it by hand, you can do it with the machine. I'm gonna do it with the machine because it's easier when you have all the fiber fill sticking out. But I'm gonna show you how to do that here. So we're gonna stuff it first. Okay, everything is stuffed now. As you can see, we gotta get that closed, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some Wonder Clips, and we're going to get it clipped up so that we can do our final closure on it. Now, I'm gonna kind of just extra push everything into these little pockets here. Obviously, that's not the ideal when you're finished, when your quilt's finished, but they're gonna fluff out here in just 1 second. So I'm gonna get it like all the way compact in there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this edge down, and we are going to do our top stitching. This takes a little bit of patience. You're just gonna get like your little edge there. I'm gonna grab it, put a clip. You have your pleats you're working against, you have your stuffing you're working against. As you can see here, there's a lot of clips going on here, but that's what you need to keep those little closures closed with the polyfill trying to come out. So I'm gonna carefully bring this over to the machine. We're just gonna slow and steady remove these clips as we're going and top stitch our little block here. Okay guys, just like that, finished our top stitch. We have the perfect accompaniment here for our puff quilt. Now, as you saw, it is way easier than it looks to put together one of these quilts. I guess it's easier than meets the eye. All you have to do is just make your quilt top, do a little bit of stuffing, do a little bit of closing, and you have the perfect puff quilt. Thank you so much for joining me. As you know, down in the description below, we have the pattern and all the supplies you need to make this project. Now, if you don't know already, SewYaQuilting.com, you can get anything you need 24 hours a day there on our website, as well as every Tuesday and Saturday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we have our live sales here on YouTube. If you haven't joined in, please just check them out. You'll enjoy the entertainment as well as the awesome prices. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Brody, teaching you how to sew like a pro, and we'll see you here next time at Sew Yeah Quilting.